Yes, this is Money Monday, and I'm going to combine a little bit of it with some mindfulness, right? Because when you are in business, you definitely have to make sure that your mind is right. That's why topic is, right? Today's topic is, are you a fake boss? Yes, are you a fake boss? We're going to dive into that a little bit. But first, while we are waiting for people to come on, you know, it's hot out in the city of brotherly love. That's where I'm coming in at. Hello, hello. Tell me where you're watching from. This is your girl, Dr. TOD, and I am that online coach that helps you to sustain your business. We provide sustainable solutions to your biz. And the first thing that we kind of talk about is success. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Are you a fake boss? And we're going to dive into a few things today related to that. And then we're going to talk about how you make that shift into not being afraid to start and establish a clear vision for you and for your front desk. So I want to just wait for some people to come on. It is Monday. It is, we're in a long stretch for the week. And I just want to give you some tips as a boss. If you are, working, if you're a manager, if you're a CEO, I'm that one that's going to be bringing you sustainable business solutions to your business. My ideal client is someone that is in the medical field, but we are going to make a shift. I think over the last few months, I realized who I am geared toward, and that is health and wellness. Anything related to health and wellness, I'm that one. I'm that boss babe that's going to be able to help you provide sustainable solutions to your biz, right? So I want to just clear the air and say that you can do it, right? You can do it because it's important for you to be able to, do that, right? So we started out with money, 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 and then we're going to end up with a little bit of mindfulness, right? So the first thing I want to say, yes, you can do it. It's important for you to do it. And without you doing it, no one else can. So here at Sustain Your Biz Academy, let me go up here first. We provide you with sustainable business solutions to your practice, to your industry. I'm in the health and wellness industry. That is beauty, medical offices, mindfulness, wellness, however you may see yourself. And right now, I think in our school, our focus, no pun intended as an eye doctor, is to make sure that your front desk is doing what it's supposed to be doing. And in order to do that, you can't be afraid to start implementing policies and procedures at the front desk and help your front desk to establish a clear vision for where you want to be. Okay. So I say that to say is you want to make sure that you lay out the foundation for it all. Now, mind you, there have been many times as a boss where I really thought that I explained everything to my front desk. You come in and you do what you're supposed to do. And today I'm reminded of the movie, I don't know, I just felt like that. I felt like the Devil Wears Prada type of movie. She came in, right? You really knew that she was up there. She's the boss, right? And she comes in, she throws the stuff down, and she's expecting you to jump and you're supposed to move. But there was a shift somewhere in that movie. And the shift was that she was able to see her staff a little bit differently. She was able to see the young lady a little differently and how she can benefit, right? She can benefit in per office. So let's look at sustainability, right? Let's look at the word sustain. And I wanted to just bring to you of some of the things that we're going to be talking about over the next few weeks. One is success. I want you to have great success, at your front desk. I want you to have great success with your staff. Okay. I want you to be able to uplift your staff. Whenever they're falling down, you as the boss need to be able to uplift. That's why I asked, are you a fake boss? Are you the one that's just coming in and throwing your stuff down? And I don't want, I was ready to say something else, but are you the one that's just throwing your stuff down, right? Let me know where you're watching from. If you have any comments about having success at your front desk. If you want to hit me up, I'm also now on YouTube. And hello to YouTube land. And we have, basic other platforms that we will be venturing to be on. Matter of fact, we have a podcast now called Mind Your Biz. So we talked about success. I want you to have success, right? I want you to uplift your staff, right? And I want you to keep it simple. Okay. So I only talked about the SUS today. So we're going to talk about success at your front desk, uplifting your staff, and keeping it simple. Later on the week, I'm going to add to the word sustain, and it's going to be able to make it appear on how you can sustain your business. So we have a class called Monetizing Your Front Desk, which is here now and is for you to go ahead and get that class. I'll put it below. You can go to the link below and you will be able to monetize your front desk. In there are tips and strategies that are going to bring you to the forefront of what you need to do in order to make sure that your front desk and your staff is doing what they can do. So let's talk about success. For me, that pinnacle moment of that mindful shift, I keep talking about that mindful shift, is when I kept going from staff to staff to staff. To me, that wasn't successful. Me as that business owner, I wanted to just you know what? It's not me, it's you, right? I literally had to look myself in the mirror and say, what is going on and how can I make my front desk successful? Because without doing that, you are going to lose money. When I made that shift, I made thousands of dollars from the front desk. No lie. Okay. So, and that's over. Once I made that shift, it was evident, that when my accountant was like, what were you doing? Yeah, I made that shift. I made that mindset shift, which then trickled down to my staff. So we have that class called Monetizing Your Front Desk. Check it out. So the first thing is to your success is making that shift and doing an audit of your front desk. We talked about that in previous classes, previous onlines, and we will be talking about that in the class. All you got to do is go ahead and click on that link and you should be able to get to that class. Then the other thing, we are living in a time where your front desk, they're going to have to be uplifted, boo. They're going to have to be uplifted. And I know you may not feel like, you want to take that plunge to uplift your staff, but you're going to have to, especially during this season. You may not want to get too personal with them because there is that gray area, but you definitely want to go in and say, hey, how are you doing? What's going on in your head? I'll give you a prime example. And I'm just thinking about that now. When I worked at Red Lobster as a teenager, it was Easter and I was working the front. I was that hostess, right? The hostess for the mostest. I was that hostess. It was Easter. And I figured, I'll work on Easter, and we had large parties. It was parties of 18, 19, what have you. People are coming in, and this one lady comes to me and I've been waiting for an hour and she's just in my grill, right? I went off. But that manager knew that that wasn't me. That manager knew that if I stayed in that space, that I would have cost Red Lobster that day some money, right? That was a party of 10. So he pulled me to the side and he told me to take a break. He said, "Are you okay?" And I actually told him at that point, "You need to fire me right now because these people are absolutely crazy." But sometimes that's how your front desk might feel. They might feel like, "Oh my God, are we in Armageddon? Why is it that I cannot get these people to understand what I'm saying?" And you as a practitioner, you as the boss, you cannot always talk to the clients. You can't always talk to the customers. You can't always talk to the patient because that's what you hire your front desk for. So it's important for you to, in order to gain success in your front desk, is to uplift your front desk. Okay. So we talked about ways of the first part of being successful is to shift your mindset, right? Talking about success, sustainability. So what am I doing? I am providing you with sustainable solutions to your front desk. All right. So again, today's topic is, are you a fake boss and are you ready to shift your mindset? That's what we're talking about. If you are watching, let me know where you're watching from. If you are learning anything today, if you like what I'm hearing, type value in the comments. If you have any questions about how to get in contact with us, you can go to our website right there, because it is important for me to be able to help you monetize your front desk, because at the end of the day, you need to make some cash. You need to keep that cash in your office. You need to keep that cash in your medical practice, right? So then we talked about that mindful shift. You're going to have to change because the first letter in sustain is S, and we have to create success. Then the next one is you. You're going to have to uplift your staff. So let's just talk about that. When is it a good time to try to uplift your staff? When is it a good time to try to uplift your staff? Can you answer that? When is a good time to uplift your staff? When is it a good time to uplift your staff? Let's see, who made any comments? No comments? Okay. So you're going to have to create that because you're the boss. So you're going to have to look at your systems in the morning, and you're going to have to look at, when is your busyness? When are you busy? When are you not busy? What can you do in order to uplift your staff? So when I say uplift your staff, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give a raise or anything like that. I think staff sometimes they need to understand that that they matter, right? That they matter. And once you know that they matter, once they know that you know that they matter, then they'll be okay. They'll be better for it, right? So once you do that, I think you'll be good. So for example, I know for me, I know that my staff, like one of my staff members, they will be, they're not in their right mindset, and they can't be at my front desk if they're not. So I'll take them back and I'll have a quick conversation with them, nothing long, and just find out what's going on, and also to encourage them to be able to keep it moving for the rest of the day. Maybe a patient got mad on the phone or what have you, or maybe a client wasn't nice, right? Because we do come up against that. But are you ready to make that shift to help to uplift your front desk? You're going to have to, especially in COVID-19. right? So one of the things that I also did was I've gotten essential oils, right? And I'm finding and I'm studying essential oils. And one of the things that I use in my office is lemongrass. I've got a diffuser and I put lemongrass in there, lemongrass oil. That actually helps everybody. That helps to calm everybody down. That elevates the room with freshness and cleanness, and it also helps to purify the air. So, especially in COVID-19, right? So, that's one of the things. The other thing is to have a mental moment. Listen to some mindfulness music. Maybe even have it throughout your office in the morning, or have it throughout the day, or toward the end of the day, right? Just have some mindfulness music. Even maybe send a link to your staff member to say, hey, this is what I need you to listen to today. I know that you were stressful, right? I know that um, things are not working out right now, right? And even if you furloughed your front desk or you're bringing them in a little bit at a time and their hours were cut, you see how that makes you feel? I was up here for a moment and now I'm down, right? It just makes you feel differently. It allows you to what? Shift your mindset. And I didn't have it on very long. You see? Didn't have it on very long. It just changed the whole atmosphere. Why? Because you need to succeed as a boss. You need to have your front desk be okay. Then lastly, we're going to talk about keeping it simple. In our class, we talk about ways of making sure that you are doing what you need to do to keep that front desk simple. Okay. So in the class, it's ready to go. It's already done. All you got to do is sign up for that class, right? Your front desk has to be simplified, people. You cannot have too many systems in place at your front desk. It's going to make things difficult and hard for your staff. That should be for that back office or any other office that may be in between. So, for example, your front desk should be just for check-in and making sure that the paperwork is done for your practice, for your office, if you're at a beauty salon or a health and wellness salon, it is for making sure that everything is done and you send them back, right? You need to keep the space simple. You need to have it cluttered. You need to just keep everything simplified, right? Because when people come in, they see that energy and they see disorganization, it's not going to fare well with what's going on and how you want that patient experience, that customer experience, or what have you. You want to keep it simple. So today we are talking about, are you a fake boss? And you know why I'm saying that? It's because sometimes we get in our heads. Sometimes it's just all about you and it's nobody else. And you're going to have to change that. You're going to have to change that tone. You're going to have to change that, especially now in this season. Because there's no I in team. And me as a coach, I take on that team approach to that. So even with the Sustain Your Business Academy, I also provide services where I now come into your space and evaluate your space, right? But that would only come once you take the class of monetizing your front desk, your 30-minute session with me, and then we can go into having an audit of your front desk, or audit of your staff, almost like restaurant, makeover. Or the one that I love is the undercover boss, because I'm going to be that one to come in and I'm going to take a nice autopsy of your front desk and how that is going to play out. And you know why you need to do that too? You need to do that because sometimes you do your own audit or you do your own autopsy and you portray what your staff might need to happen, right? What needs to happen at the front desk, or what needs to happen with your staff. But they're not looking at you. They're not looking at you. It's almost like your mama telling you, do this, do that, do that. They're not doing it. And then, like I'll say, for example, I know with my children, I would say, keep your book bag organized. Make sure your paperwork is done. Make sure you get your homework in on time. But they're not listening to me. But yet that teacher tells them the same thing. And they come home, Mommy, teacher so-and-so tells me I have to do, keep my books in line and make sure that my homework is in. But then I just saw you do that like 2 days ago. It's the same thing with your staff, because they're not looking at you in that vein. They're not looking at you with that. So once you take the class, we'll go over that 30-minute audit with me. That comes free with the class. Then you have the opportunity for me to audit your staff, take a look at what your staff needs are, what your needs are, and then we'll strategize on what's the next step in order for you to save money as it pertains to your class. If you have seen any of my other lives, we go over how we dive and we dissect and we go into some of the important key elements that you need to have in order to make sure that your staff is happy. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a happy staff, you're going to lose money. And when you have that constant turnover, you're definitely going to lose money, because that's your time, that's your energy, and we can't have that. So what did we talk about? We talked about the successes of having an amazing front desk, how that's going to increase in value. Then we talked about ways of uplifting your staff, right? And tips on basically keeping your front desk simple. So the class is on. It's already been launched. Take the class. And I don't want you to be, a fake boss. I want you to be a boss babe. I want you to be that one, be like, yes, I am working for who? I'm working for, and say your name, right? Because I don't want you to be afraid to start and establish a clear vision for your front desk. It starts now and it starts today, and I want you to be successful. So this is your girl, Dr. T.O.D. with Sustain Your Business Academy. Why am I here? I am here to help you succeed and provide sustainable solutions to your biz. Say that a few times, right? Sustainable solutions to your biz. We talked about 3 things today. We talked about the success of your front desk, uplifting your front desk, and keeping your front desk simple. So check out our class at Sustain Your Biz Academy called Monetizing Your Front Desk. You won't be disappointed. In there, we'll provide tips and strategies on how to do the above of what I talked about, and a free 30-minute consultation with me so that we can go over to make sure that you're moving in alignment with where you need to be. And we can talk about other strategies in place that I can now come in and dissect, do an autopsy of your staff and of your front desk. Okay, so this is your girl, Dr. T. I want to help you win in this season. Winning means welcoming in the new you, investing in yourself, and to never give up on you. Because why? I want to keep that cash in your pocket, and that helps to keep your overflow and everything else simple and happy. I'll see you on the other side. God bless.